Hello, welcome viewers. Welcome to March Quotes with Hakeem Ajibose. These quotes are put together by using the letters that are contained in the words or the month of March. This is a monthly video that I always do, and using the letters that forms each month to extract quotes that can motivate, inspire, and get you up and running from a reliable source to you all out there. Okay, so sit back, relax, learn, and enjoy sharing this video with your non-friends, yes, with your friends, yes, and with your families. All right, let's get into it. So we're gonna start with the first letter M. Motivation is the art of getting people to do what you want them to do because they want to do it. So motivation is the art of getting people to do what you want them to do because they want to do it. Who said this quote? What is the origin of this quote? Dwight D. Eisenhower uttered this quote or these remarks at the Republican Campaign Picnic at the president's Gettysburg farm in September 12, 1956. The most important part of this quote is that it was uttered by Dwight D. Eisenhower, talking about motivation is the art of getting people to do what you want them to do because they want to do it. This quote emphasizes a word that leaders need to learn, the word motivation. Okay, chosen or elected leaders of all walks of life could lead their team to accomplish a lot when the word motivation is fully understood, whether by the leader or by the team. What is the takeaway here? The takeaway here is that if you are a leader, try your possible best to know what your team wants to accomplish first. Motivate them to do it. If it is in accordance with your organizational policy, of course. What if the team's intent or will or desire is not in accordance with the company's policy? What do you do then? Then training and meetings can come into play, or the review of the organization policy itself comes into play. This is when you get to sit down with your team, you discuss the organization's goal, and then because they were employed based on the content of their character and what they're capable to do, you can probably use that to motivate them into doing what they already want to do. That is good. Okay, so in our society today, few society would rather motivate their citizens towards the good intention of the society rather than forcing them. As you all know, force don't always work. Even if it works, the the history or the story will be told, and not many people will be happy about a story that describe how someone or some society or something use force to make order do what that person wants. So that don't always end well. Moving on to the next letter, letter A. An older guy, he is going to show you things that a young man cannot show you. He is going to show you how to stay alive. He's going to show you how to turn corners when your young friends will show you how to turn right into the wall. You know what I'm saying? All right, so who made this remark that ended up becoming a quote? Snoop Dogg. Yeah, you think Snoop Dogg's only rap? No, he says some motivational words too, some inspirational words too. So, who is Snoop Dogg? If you don't know who Snoop Dogg is an American rapper. Okay, he was born in October 20, 1971. In summary here, old age is wisdom in most cases. Do not neglect your older citizen, male or female, because they are the knowledge that you might or are seeking. The beauty of life is that most young guys are intelligent in the area of acquiring knowledge from older guys and using or mixing them to produce a better solution that makes things even more better than what they are. If you think you have seen the best technology in human history yet, wait until young generation works out a better and more advanced tech. The same is true for all endeavors. Okay, new blood, young blood, energetic, powerful, strong, smart, fast are always coming up with new things. And the knowledge, of course, from the old guys. Okay, and these have been seen in multiple times. Young generation, do not despise the older generation. We work like this. Okay? Okay? Think of the old generation as your non-dominant hand that has all the knowledge, and think of your new generation as the strong arm with all the knowledges that they're gonna get from this guy, and together make a new arm, or together do something great to benefit humanity. Thank you, Snoop Dogg, for that. Alright, if you're just joining this video, please hit the like button and the subscribe button, and share this video after you have seen it. If you like it, we're talking about the motivational, inspirational words or sentences for the month of March here with Hakeem Ajibose. Thanks for joining. Okay, moving on to the next letter, letter R of the word March. Repeal the Missouri Compromise. Repeal all compromises. Repeal the Declaration of Independence. Repeal all past history. You still cannot repeal human nature. Think about that for a second. Be the abundance of man's heart that slavery extension is wrong. And out of the abundance of his heart, his mouth will continue to speak. So, who made this statement and how does this pertain? Abraham Lincoln, which was a president of the United States. Abraham Lincoln was born in February 12th, 1809, and he passed away in April 15th, 1865. One of the great men that ever lived. Said this at his speech on the repeal of the Missouri Compromise in October 16, 1854 in Peoria, Illinois. He was using something that human has to talk to everyone at that time. And what is this nature that human has? It's the nature of human that always wants to do the right thing. The nature of humans always want to undo the wrong and make it right. In some cases, they can be undone. But in some cases, people can learn and progress. The nature of humans in their heart that is always aspiring to make the world a better place, to make humans more relational. This part of human nature is what Abraham Lincoln was emphasizing on in this quote. He says you can repeal everything all you want. You can repeal the Missouri Compromise. You can repeal all compromises. You can repeal the Declaration of Independence. You can repeal all past history all you want, but you still cannot repeal human nature. Human nature, in its abundance of his heart, will always be against the wrong. Look into your heart and see this nature in you, harness it, and make it a quarter in the further development of your family, school, your government, your organizations, your team, your relationship. It is in human nature, most humans, by the way, to always do the right thing and making the world a better place. If you like what you've just heard, please click the like button and subscribe to this channel. And after you've seen this video, share it to your friends, families, and everyone around you. Letter C gives us a quote that goes thus: change will not come if you wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. This is very powerful. And who put this together? It's one of our former president in the United States, Barack Obama, American president, born in August the 4th, 1961. He said this quote during a speech on the February 5th of 2008 to supporters in Chicago. I think at that time he was a senator. So this quote is applicable to all. Okay, in humans, our wills, the desire, the intention to build, to develop, and make better. But some of us do not tend to realize this at our early stage of life. Some do realize it, and some doesn't. And what don't they realize? What they don't realize is that change is in us. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we have been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. You might know, Coach Lemont said you are the solution created for such a time as this. And who you are and what you are carrying within you is necessary. Now is not the time to sit back and wait for someone else to step up and do what you are fully capable of doing. I believe that the problems that exist today are connected to people who are silent, carrying the answer they refuse to provide. Arise and step into your place. You are needed. So, but back to the quote deducted from the letter C: change will not come if you wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. This is applicable in so many areas. In countries that are looming in poverty, in countries that want to see some policy change, countries that want to see wars come to an end, in countries that want to be more free as human, this code is applicable. In schools, in families, in organizations, among teams, among friends, this code is applicable. Think wise. Letter H. This brings us to the last letter in this word month. Letter H. What does letter H have for us? Here in America, we are descended in blood and in spirit from revolutionists and rebels. Men and women who dare to dissent from accepted doctrines as their heirs. May we never confuse honest dissent with disloyal subversion. Let me take that again. Here in America, we are descended in blood and in spirit from revolutionists and rebels. Men and women who dare to dissent from accepted doctrine. As their heirs, may we never confuse honest dissent with disloyal subversion. This is a big one, guys. Who said this? Dwight D. Eisenhower again said this. Dwight D. Eisenhower is an American president born in October 14, 1890, and he passed on in March 28, 1969, like I said earlier. Dwight D. Eisenhower made this statement at an address at the Columbia University National Bicentennial Dinner in New York City. And then this was later posted online by Gerhard Peters and John T. Woolley. Project called the American Presidency Project. Okay, so that's just the origin of that quote. Now, before we proceed, may I tell you what dissent means? Dissent as spelled in D-I-S-S-E-N-T, dissent or dissent. However you pronounce it, it's a noun. Dissent means disagreement, lack of agreement, difference of opinion, argument, dispute, demand, disapproval, objection, protest, opposition, defiance. These are other synonyms of the word dissent. This statement plays across several areas of life, of humanity. You can see these statements play in families, institutions, schools, organizations, country, government, groups of friends, religious organizations, churches and mosques, in the politics and military groups, in a team, etc., etc. So what is Dwight D. Eisenhower trying to let us understand here? Trying to let us understand that whoever hears of wherever you are, may you never confuse a honest disagreement with a disloyal subversion. An honest disagreement or a honest dissent is when someone is not satisfied, or when they're not content, or when they're not okay with something, and they're showing it. They're showing it and they want to make that thing better. They want to make that thing good. They want to make that thing better for everybody, not just for themselves. Okay. Now, when someone is making or showing dissent, is different from a disloyal subversion. A disloyal subversion is, on the other hand, that person that is not loyal to whatever team or country or organization or group that they are. They're not loyal to them, but they're using a disagreement or discontent to want to take over, or to want to subdue and become in charge, mostly for their own personal gain or reason or reasoning. So, Dwight D. Eisenhower is letting all humanity know here to be able to differentiate between an honest dissent, an honest disagreement to make something better, and a disloyal subversion. Okay, I hope you are able to think about this, and whenever you are showing your disgruntled, or whenever you are showing your dissatisfaction about something, make sure you are doing this in a honest mindset to make that thing a better thing, or to make that thing a good one for all humanity, or for the rest of your team. Then Dwight D. Eisenhower wanted us to know back then. So regardless of which hairs, you try as much as possible to never confuse honest dissent with this loyal subversion. So what can we learn from this quote? We could learn from this quote that we need to try our best possible to be on the honest dissent. A dissent that will promote good intentions to develop and make better in any area we has. That is all I have for everybody today. My name is Hakeem Ajibose. This is the end of the video. Please click the like button, subscribe, and share this video if you think someone else needs to watch this video. Share this video with your friends, families, and everyone that you may know. Thank you so much for watching. I have other videos too that you can watch. Please go on my channel and explore my channel. There are funny things on there. There are things that you can learn from, and there are reviews on there too of things that I want the society to be aware of. Okay, again, thanks for watching. My name is Hakeem Ajibose. See you.